Hello students, welcome to my channel Get the Math. This is Savita Pawar. Today we are going to see the introduction of lesson 12, exponents and powers. Okay. Now we know how to calculate the expression 5 multiplied by 5. This expression can be written in a shorter way using something called as the exponents. That is 5 multiplied by 5 equal to 5 square, but not 5 square doesn't mean that 5 into 2. So an expression that represents repeated multiplication of the same factor is called as a power. So this is the power. So for example, you can see here I have written 5 square. Okay, this is read as 5 square. Here the number 5 is called as the base. Number 2 here, that is the superscript, it is called as the exponent. Okay, or the index, or it is also called as the power. And the exponent corresponds to the number of times the base is used as a factor, or you can say the power in the exponent represents the number of times that we want to carry out the multiplication operation. Okay, so it can also be read as 5 to the power 2. This particular thing, this power notation or the index notation can also be read as 5 to the power 2. Now exponents are often called as powers or indices. It is one and the same thing, nothing different. In some other books it can be written as index or power also. So in simple terms, power is an expression that represents the repeated multiplication of the same number. Okay. Now let us move on. So for example, here I have written 3. The superscript for 3 is I have written nothing. Nothing means it is 1 here. So you can read it as 3 to the power 1. So it gives 3 to the power means multiply 3 one time. So it is 3. 4 square, or it is also read as 4 to the power 2. So 4 square means multiply 4 2 times. 5 raised to 3, or 5 to the third power, or 5 cube. Okay, that means multiply 5 3 times. 2 raised to 6, or it can be read as 2 to the power 6. That means multiply 2 6 times. Okay. So this is called as the power notation or the index notation. Now the powers can be negative or positive also. So if they are negative, you have to write its inverse, they become positive. If 2 raised to minus 6 is there, here 2 is in numerator and denominator is nothing, means it is 1 here. So you have to write its inverse, that is 1 upon 2 raised to 6. So it becomes, the power becomes positive. Here if it is 1 upon 2 raised to minus 6, the power becomes positive if you write this inverse as 2 raised to 6. Similarly for 10 raised to minus 5, it will be 1 upon 10 raised to 5, and 1 upon 10 raised to 5, it becomes 10 raised to 5. Now to solve the questions of this lesson, you need to know some of the laws. Those are called as the laws of exponents. First law is a raised to m into a raised to n equal to a raised to m plus n. So here you can see that the base of these exponents are same. Okay, base are same, power are different, and there is multiplication in between. If it is so, then you have to add the power here. For example, 2 raised to 3 into 2 square equal to 2 raised to 3 plus 2, that gives 2 raised to 5. If you further solve it, the answer comes out to be, that is multiply 2 5 times, so the answer is 32. Similarly, in place of multiplication, if it is division, that becomes the second law. Then you have to subtract the power here. Okay. Now it depends upon which power is greater. Okay. The other one will move to that side. So a raised to m divided by a raised to n gives a raised to m minus n. If, for example, m is greater than n, then it will be m minus n. And if n is greater than m, here m will come at the denominator, so it will be 1 upon a raised to n minus m. So you can see the examples here. 2 raised to 4 divided by 2 raised to 3. First write like this in the division form. Then you can see 4 is greater, so 3 will move up to the numerator. So it will become minus and the answer is 2. And similarly 2 raised to 3 upon 2 raised to 4. So 4 is greater there, so 3 will come down. So it will be 1 upon 2 raised to 4 minus 3. The answer is 1 upon 2 raised to 1, that is 1 upon 2. So that is lot of difference between 2 and 1 upon 2. So third law is a raised to m raised to n. So here only one base is there and there are two powers. One is inside the bracket, one is outside the bracket. That means you have to do multiplication of the powers. That becomes a raised to m into n, or you can write a raised to mn. No sign means multiplication. For example, 2 raised to 3 bracket 2 means 2 raised to 3 into 2, that is 2 raised to 3 to the 6. Multiply 2 6 times, you get the answer as 64. Fourth law is a raised to n into b raised to m equal to a into b raised to n. So you can see here the base are different, there is multiplication, but the powers are same here. So in this case you have to do that the power should be taken common outside the bracket, and inside a, whatever the numbers are there, multiply it. So a into b inside the bracket and the power is outside the bracket in a single term. So a into b raised to m. So 2 raised to 2 into 3 raised to 2, that is 2 into 3 in the bracket and the power is taken common, and 2 3s are become 6. Then 6 square is given as 6 into 6, that is 36. Similarly, same question of fourth. In case of division, the same thing matters. So 2 raised to 2 divided by 3 raised to 2, that becomes power is taken as common, and 2 square means 2 2s are 4 and 3 square means 3 3s are 9. So answer is 4 upon 9. Sixth law is a raised to 0 equal to 1. A means any integer, any number. So any number or any bracket or any formula, whatever it is, if it is the whole raised to 0, then the answer is 1 here. So either example 3 raised to 0 is also 1, 100 raised to 0 is also 1, minus negative number or 0, that is also 1. If any variable is there, then also it is 1. If you can write x raised to 0, then it will also be 1 only. Then seventh law is the similar thing that I have explained above, that if any negative power is there, you have to write its inverse. Okay, similarly here negative power, you have to write its inverse. These are these examples. Now use of these exponents to express small or big numbers in a standard form. Okay, now this is the usual form that we are writing. This is called as the usual form, and this particular thing, it is called as the standard form. Okay, now in our study we are learning some big numbers, some small numbers. Okay, so that is the macro world and micro world is there. So for example, diameter of sun, you can see diameter of sun is 13927 million kilometer. If you convert into kilometer, it becomes 13927,000 kilometer. So very big number to remember. So we have to write it in short so that it becomes easy for us to learn and write it and remember too. So that is called as the standard form. Okay. So we are taking the decimal at the left hand side. So if we take the decimal at the left hand side here, so it becomes plus. It is plus here, we have to write it plus form, because if we add the decimal, then the decimal will move to the right side. Okay, so it is plus here. So that is called as the standard form, writing in the standard form. So for example, this number, okay, so here we cannot see any decimal here, that means the decimal is after the number at the last. So count the decimal at the back to put it after one significant figure. Now what is meant by significant figure? 1 to 3, the numbers after from 1 to 3 and so on are called as the significant figures. So you have to put the decimal always after the first significant figure. Okay. Now 0 is not included in the significant figure, but if 0 comes after any first significant figure, then it can be counted. Okay. So see here, now the decimal is not here. So it is at the last. So count these zeros. So you are going back 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. After 11 decimal, you have to put the point. So it becomes 1.5 into 10 raised to 11. Okay. So this is very large number to remember. So you have to write in the short form, which become easy to remember and also to write it. Then second form of decimals are like this. For a very micro world or very small numbers. Okay. So see here 0.0000075, or there may be still smaller numbers. So when if it is so, then you have to count the numbers, count the decimal to the right side. So it becomes 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 6. 6. Why 6? Because 6 places you are going backwards. So 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 is the first significant figure for this figure. So after 7 you have to put the decimal. So it becomes 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 6. You don't have to see that you are going to the right side. So why we have to put the minus sign here? Because when you take the decimal and when you put the decimal in this number, that time you are going to the left side. So since it is minus here. So such numbers are called as the very small numbers. Those carry the negative sign in the power. And such numbers are called as a very large number. Those are carrying the positive sign in the powers. Now see this example 0.000105. Okay. Now here you have to put the decimal after 1. Now though after 1 it is 00, that time the 00 becomes significant figure because 1 is the significant figure. But before 1 the 00 are there, they are in the form of decimals. So you don't have to count that. After 1 you can put the decimal. So it is 1.005 into 10 raised to minus 4. For example, diameter of red blood cell. So it is between something 6000 nanometer to 8000 nanometer. Convert into meter. That becomes 0.000006 meter. So now here the point is going to the left side. So it is 6 into 10 raised to minus 6 meter. So this is called as the standard form of writing the numbers. So that's all for now. If you have any query, you can ask me in the comment box. Do like, share and subscribe my channel. Get the Math.